strong point. This is what people tell me. They come to Thailand, they feel so welcome, they feel so warm, they love the atmosphere. That's why so many people come.
How is your company doing under this government?
Actually, we're doing quite well. I'm really very, I could say I'm a bit surprised that the figures came out quite well. What I'm most happy about is we have a very high level of engagement, and we just came out with a survey. Sometimes you're worried about disengaged people in your company or in the country, so we only have 1% disengaged. All the rest they are happy or engaged. If people see it as a leader, you are really genuinely serious about developing the country or developing the organization. They have confidence in, yes, we go into the right direction. And I think with our Prime Minister, people have this confidence that he would like to achieve the right thing, that he's here for the country. And we have been so fortunate under His Majesty, for everybody knows His Majesty has always been about the country, always how we develop well. And I think this has always been giving people confidence that we will go into the right direction.
Foreign investors who are thinking about coming to Thailand because they will have to wait until everything is clearer 2 years later after military stepping in. What would be your comment? What would be your suggest to them?
I think Prime Minister has always said that we will go to democracy. So now the referendum has been passed, the people have accepted the new constitution, and the roadmap is still very clear. So, wait not so much longer, and then democracy will be there. You know that the Green is so confident about Thailand, we have so much investment here. And actually, people I talked to, they want to invest here as well. I just went to Singapore, talked with Temasek, and with some venture funds and so on. And Temasek, was executive of Temasek, he told me, Thailand is a really good place to be. Here we have the rule of law, and we can trust in the court system, and it's just a good business environment. And then I talked to a venture fund, and that board of director person, she said that, while we try to invest, we don't know exactly how. So I said, okay, tell me how you want to invest here. I will let you know, because there are many companies that actually looking for investor like that company, and then they can expand into the region. And this, I think, is also great about the current government and the Bank of Thailand. You really encourage investment in other countries. And I think this is a very forward-looking idea, because we have to go into other countries. We have to know how the world looks like. And we have to understand that we have to build our brands. You can see now the baht went stronger. We still export. And a lot of the export reduction came because of the price reduction in the world market. Yeah? And you can see now the export is very strong. We are complaining about that our export is going down 2%, or will it grow by 2%? It is very high amount of the gross national product. Yeah? There are very few countries in the world that have such a high part of gross national product being part of exports.
The government has put on many agendas for reform. In your opinion, what would be the priority of the reform agenda?
I have a personal favorite subject, which is education. And I think actually in schools, the private sector, if you have people who lead a successful life from so many different professions, if they could go to the schools and tell people about their thought, how you lead a successful life, then finally they have somebody they can think, maybe I go that direction. But now they don't have. And I know that this government really wants to help the grassroots to become more affluent. And education is the best way. The other thing which I think the government is really right in promoting is the vocational schooling, according to the joint system, which is we sometimes call it the German system, where
I think Germany have a great deal in this project.
Yes. And actually, the agreement has been pushing that for many, many years. We take the example of the Chilada Vocational School. Our Royal Highness had introduced that system, and then we went to the Ministry of Education and said we would like to send our people into vocational schools of the government to be open open. So the deputy minister at that time made sure they are open now. Now they are all open, and I heard also this government really wants to promote that. The German-Thai Chamber of Commerce, where one of our executives is the president, is pushing that very strongly. We have to make this a success because that is one of the main reasons why German industry is so successful. And you create a middle class. Why? Because these people who finish vocational training, they are professionals. They can work on their own. They don't need somebody else to get work for them. They get work for themselves. And then in Germany, a lot of this middle class vocationally trained. So this way, you create a stronger middle class in Thailand. So you don't need to necessarily go to university. Often university teach you things which you cannot use. But vocational, you can be sure you have a job for all your life. So I think education is something very important. Infrastructure is something really important. We talked about that before. And I think the third one is this strong cooperation between government sector and private sector. So many business people, they try to help in organizations to make Thailand a better country. And I think this is a great way to go.
And of course, all this could lead to, for the government to achieve the vision, which is security, prosperity, and sustainability. And of course, Prime Minister always emphasized that we must stronger together, and this government will not leave anyone behind. Well, thank you very much for you give us the honor coming to join the Insider for the second time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for asking me. Thank you. Thanks.
You have just heard from a major stakeholder about Thailand's progress over the year. There is much ahead of us to do, but gathering from colleagues' expertise, we are on the right tracks. Thank you for watching The Insider, and please stay tuned for the next episode. See you and สวัสดีครับ